Theoretically, I've never stopped teaching. I've always been in the education business. I'd lay out in a clover in the yard under the trees and watch the airplanes go by, and just, I was an only child, so I'd just lay out in the summer. I'd lay out there, and but when the jets started, I'd watch the jets, the contrails, and watching dog fight over my house and all kinds of things. It was really, and I just, wasn't very much athletically inclined. I did play basketball. I was second from the water to the bench almost every time. It wasn't all that athletic.
I'm sure that you would have gone in at some point, when they were up 40 points, they put.
That's right. Everyone plays. John, I can't believe you missed that shot. But anyway, so I wasn't athletically inclined that much, but I just wanted to fly. And, matter of fact, I remember my English teacher, Sheldon Parker. Every time I did a book report, it was always something about airplanes, aviation. She says, Henry, you got to do something besides. You got to read something besides books on airplanes, aviation, water, stuff like that. Yeah, so it was kind of I call it the HBD. I remember reading this a long time ago. The hot burning desire, right? And it's like a drug. You asked me like, why do we do with the float plane? How many do we do it? And I told you it was to support my habit. That's the addiction.
Yes.
Aviation is the addiction. So far this year, I've probably done in the neighborhood of 180 check rides. I probably, at the current pace, I'm averaging more than 60 a quarter right now. So at the current pace, I'm going to do over 200 check rides this year too. You ever watch the airplane start up over a puddle of water, and you'll see the propeller pick up a little water. That won't happen if you're less than 1,000 RPM.
Okay.
So in idle taxi, we're going to keep less than 1,000 RPM. When you're sitting in the water, this is no longer a tail dragger. Obviously, it's an airplane. So it's sitting there. You're looking out just like you would be in a 172. So you got good visibility, right?
Right.
And you got good cooling. Because, well, of course, now this airplane, you obviously in a float plane, if you've been flying with your parents, that when you start up, the airplane starts moving, right?
Okay.
That's right. So,
This is my first time ever in a float plane.
oh,
so
okay.
I'm very,
Okay. Yeah, so there's no brakes. Once we start, we're sitting in the water, the airplane's going to start moving.
You can't really do S turns on the water.
Do what?
You can't do S turns on the water.
You want to do that?
Oh, okay. Can you?
There'll be big ass turns, but they won't.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, at some point during our training, the next 5 hours, there's a bunch of S's.
Okay.
Up north on the river. And guess what we're going to do?
Oh, no.
You don't know where we're going to do step taxi. We're going to step taxi through those S's.
That's like a slalom course, but you can't mess up.
We have a sophisticated aeronautical term for that.
Going up.
Now we call it the first rise.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when you sit here and you bring the stick back and bring on full power, you're going to see the nose of the airplane rise. And then it's going to hesitate. Now, when I was stationed at Nellis, we used to go out and put in Utah, and we go jackrabbit hunting. And an old jackrabbit, when he sees you, when you scare him, he runs out there and he stops, and he hesitates for about maybe 5 seconds. He'll turn around and look at you. And if you don't shoot him during that 5-second period, he's gone. Okay?
Never gonna get him.
Never gonna get him. Well, float does the same thing. It comes up, you get this little hesitation right there, and then it will stop. When that happens, remember, the only reason it came up was because you added power. Now we have water, piling, I call it piling up on the bottom of this float. Which is gonna make what's gonna make, was that water starts to pile up underneath the float, what does it do to the float? Pushes it back up, pushes it up even further.
Okay.
Doesn't have anywhere to go.
You're
right?
surfing.
Yeah, so it pushes it back up. I'm over exaggerating. Until hydrodynamically, this float stalls hydrodynamically. It won't go any higher. There's nothing else, nothing you can do to make it go higher.
Okay.
So here we go. Shove the power in. The nose of the airplane rises slightly, hesitates, and then goes the rest of the way up, and it won't go any higher. At that point in time, you just relax the back pressure, and guess what? That float now comes along and rides up on top of the water, except for just a very small portion of the step back here.
Okay.
Now you're on top of the water, which we call step attitude. In the back seat, the water shoes that I should put on before we came over here. See, up against them.
Yes.
Raleigh World Specials. $8.
$8. Love it.
This is a chore for an old man, and it's a chore for anybody to begin with. So, first off, let's go ahead and get you to put your flotation. Okay, after I get in, man, this is even difficult for me to get in the back seat. You get your headset hooked up here. I started teaching at Murfreesboro High School. And I had a flight instructor ready, so I came out here in '73 and started as a flight instructor. In '76, the guy who was running the FBO died, had a heart attack and died. And this place was such a losing operation that nobody wanted to take up the FBO.
Oh.
So
Well, it's perfect now, so clearly.
I said, well, I'll tell you what, I can't make enough money in the FBO business here as a flight instructor. What I will do is I will continue to teach school, and I'll hire somebody, have an old car guy come out and spend a day out here, heating up people, pump fuel,
Yeah.
that type of thing. So he would do that, and then when I get out of school at 3:30 in the afternoon, I come out here and fly instructor, of course, that's summer off and all that.
Did your kids always like having good math help at home?
Three of them kind of enjoyed. Three of them I enjoyed teaching. The other two, they didn't want to be there, and I didn't want to be there.
That is a highly involved headset. Seatbelt.
Was there 2 clicks? Actually, there's one between your legs down below.
Yeah, it took me a second to find that.
We don't ever do that.
Oh, I did it. Should I undo it?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Did I pass?
Oh, I guess not. I mean, have you?
Now you're scaring me.
That paperwork. You don't disapprove notice, do you? Have a seat. I actually did real well. Because after yesterday's flying, I knew you were going to do well. And like I say, it's nice to fly with people who know how to fly. I'm sort of known as a grouchy old man because when I do, my demeanor totally changes in the cockpit. Most of my applicants that I do check rides to, I make a lot of comments. Some of them are, while I don't call people stupid and dumb, I say, why in the world would you do that? What is that all about? Why are you doing this, right? It's all over with. I think they appreciate the hard-nosed part of it much better than being told, oh, that's fine, when it's not fine, it's not great, it's not good. If you do something that's bad, I'm gonna tell you it's bad.